Catholic Church just announced that there were 2 new saints. This was a very big deal. The Pope was there to make the announcement along with the retired Pope, so 2 popes, and a huge crowd, thousands of people, who cheered mightily when the 2 new saints were declared. It wasn't much of a surprise. Both of the new saints were former popes, which seems like gilding the lily to me. I mean, who else are they going to name? It isn't like some banker from Germany was in the running, or a real estate developer from Bangkok, or a school teacher from Sheboygan, or me. How cool would that be? It's late at night, the phone rings, and somebody tells me I'm a saint. Right, I'm thinking it's a prank call or a wrong number. But no, it's not. I'm a saint. It's like hearing you won the Nobel Prize or a Pulitzer. But it's not going to happen because they only name dead people saints. They're very careful about that. Having a living saint around could go horribly wrong in a number of ways. Dead people make the best saints. It's a tremendous honor being declared a saint. It's like the mob saying you've got your bones, you're a made man. And once you're a saint, no one can take that away from you. You're a saint forever. I was wondering what the criteria were for being named a saint. Like in baseball, if you get into the Hall of Fame, for a pitcher you might want to win 300 games. For a batter, 3,000 hits, 1,500 RBIs, 500 home runs, a lifetime batting average above 300, with no record of steroids or betting on baseball games. So what do you have to do to become a saint? Maybe turn the other cheek 2,000 times? Or pray for peace every day for 37 consecutive years without missing a day? Or you kept a vow of silence, poverty, and chastity for over 20 years and you never ate meat during Lent? Or you won the annual bingo tournament at the church festival 17 times. That's not luck. Only a saint could do that. Another thing I wondered about this is why only the Catholic Church gets to name saints. Why should they have all the fun and glory? The answer is pretty obvious. They shouldn't. There shouldn't be any exclusivity attached to this. Anyone ought to be able to declare someone a saint. Even me. Sure, I might not be a saint, but I ought to be able to name a few. My dad is in. That's a no-brainer. And my mom. And my children will all be saints when the time comes. Right now, they're pending saints. My wife, of course. She's in for 2 reasons. One is she deserves it, and the other is that I figure I pick up a few points which I can always use when she hears that she's been declared a saint by me. Luke Easter is in. An old friend is in too, but he's going to be in a special kind of saint. He's always being appointed for one reason or another, an interim this or that. He's been an interim member of several boards, also an interim vice president, and an interim chair of a department. So I would declare him to be an interim saint, as something of an inside or really an interim joke. Who else? I can think of a few dogs, but I'm not sure you can make saints out of hounds, even though they deserve it. Maybe I could go ahead and establish a canine wing for saints. Anybody else? Well, naturally, there's my sister and her husband and all their people, and I can hear the objections, people saying that they can detect a hint of nepotism and favoritism in my roster of saints, and all I can say is, hey, look at the Catholic Church, naming former popes, what about that? And you can go ahead and name your own people saints if you want. These are mine, and I'm sticking to them.